It's been a strange old time for Bolton fans, first having to come to terms with relegation from the Premier League, and then the realisation that bouncing back was going to be tough. At times this season it's looked impossible, but under Dougie Freedman times are changing and the playoffs are now in sight. Compare that to last season's other relegated sides, Blackburn and of course today's opponents Wolves, both of whom are struggling in the Championship, and well, things are looking pretty good here at the Reebok.
To go bounce straight back up is more beneficial for everybody. Everybody wants to play and manage and support their team in the Premiership.
Well, here we are in the away end at St Andrews on what would have been, had things gone to plan, a day of celebration and partying for the Blackburn Rovers supporters. Instead, the only thing the Rovers fans are going to be celebrating today probably is the end of what's been a truly dismal season. But there has been one real saving grace for Blackburn this season. Jordan Rhodes cost big money to bring to Ewood Park, but without his goals they would almost certainly have been relegated. These are good times at Gresty Road. Promotion at Wembley last May. Returning there to lift the Johnstone's Paint Trophy last month. Establishing themselves back in League One. And yesterday the culmination of a club philosophy. As you can see, 11 shirts laid out for the 11 history-making players. One of them, Ben Garrett in goal, is making his debut today. His number's 21, and that happens to be the average age of the team that will play Walsall. So while this might just be an end-of-season game for Crewe, in the historical context of the club, and indeed the careers of some of these young players, it's much, much more than that.
There they are, the players who are making history today.
I couldn't come to here and show favouritism with Thomas, and I would never do that, and he expects that, and the lads expect it. And he's just treated like any other player, to be fair.
Tell me about this staying in the same apartment as Tom then. You're actually lodging with him in the...
Yeah, the thing is, he lives in Livamsey, so he's got a nice apartment, and you know, I think he was happy to let me have his little room. I've got a little room and he's got a big room with a TV and everything. I've just got a little bed and nothing in there. So yeah, he's not budging at the moment, so but he's doing well. He's a good lad.
We intend to bounce back if we do get relegated, and there is a possibility, there's no question about that. It's a tough match tonight. If we get relegated, we will be back next year because we're going to fight for it.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen. Everybody at North West tonight willing Wigan Athletic on to victory. You can find out how they've done and see the reaction in our late bulletin at 10:25. In the meantime, Mr. Whelan, if you could just lift the FA Cup one last time. Let's have a big cheer, everyone.
And there you go, it means so much to him.
Messrs Wiggins and Cavendish's Team Sky were trying to claw back a breakaway group so as to be in the hunt for victory by the time they reached the wilds of Knowsley. It's not every race where a team can say to its riders, overcook that final bend and you're heading for the elephant enclosure, but that's exactly the case here at Knowsley Safari Park.
To have a world champion, reigning Tour de France winner and Olympic gold medal winner being in front of giraffes and elephants is a first by a long shot.
He's not a man known for giving in to the sort of joy of the occasion without real reason. What are we expecting to see from him later on?
Well, we've already seen a little bit of joy from Sir Alex Ferguson. He was given a massive standing ovation as he walked into Old Trafford for his final home game here. His 1,499th game in 26 and a half years, I might add, a remarkable record. But he was very jovial, he looks relaxed, he was given this ovation. He signed programmes, signed his autographs as he walked up to the dugouts for a good 2 or 3 minutes. So he was looking very happy, the fans were happy, and I think this feeling of celebration about all he's achieved here at Old Trafford.
To supporters of both sides, this is no ordinary derby. Nobody from Lancashire Constabulary wanted to talk to us on camera today, but it's clear that this is one of the biggest football policing operations in the country. What's also clear is that the rivalry between these two old clubs is as passionate as ever. As well as racing his conventional superbike for the first time, he'll compete on an electric bike in the zero emissions category. John's already got the overall lap record on the Isle of Man, and while he's not going to beat that on an electric bike, they're simply not as quick, he wouldn't mind creating what would be another little piece of history. No one's ever done a 100-mile-an-hour lap on an electric bike at the TT. If anyone can, it's this man. Twitter, it's not just a social networking site. Potentially, it's highly problematic for anyone in the public eye, including, of course, footballers. BBC Late Kickoff has obtained documents sent out to clubs outlining social media rules. Reminders from the Football League that the potential audience is unrestricted and that comments made in the heat of the moment might be regretted in the cold light of day.
Hopefully on the break we'll get 1 or 2 goals away and up the pool. Great stuff.
So it's all over for another season here at Bloomfield Road. No more league matches at the ground until August. Which league that will be, we wait to find out.